So I caught a bunch of Pokemon today, and what I normally do is set it up so that I show my recent Pokemon, and I go through and name them and transfer a lot of them. So just caught this Gengar. It's probably not going to be transferred. Um, Playing on Wi-Fi right now. It's got Sucker Punch and Dark Pulse. They're both dark type moves. So the move thing showing to the side over there. Let's appraise it. See, it's decent. Attack, strongest. It's got excellent stats. Okay. And then I change the name to Gengar with the D to represent that it's decent. And I know its level. Now I'll go to Meowth. I might talk sometimes, I might not talk sometimes. So another name for this could probably be like boring Pokemon gameplay. Because since there aren't like Pokemon spawning by my house, I kind of give myself homework with Pokemon. So that's how I think up a lot of this stuff because I want to do something, to help me progress in the game, but no Pokemon are around, so I have to find something else to do. Um, so this meow is decent also. Um, it just tapped with 3 fingers to make it scroll faster. That's one of the tips that you can do when you actually pull up the screen. So I'm gonna go with that. Ghastly, I know I'm probably gonna be transferring a lot of these Ghastlies. Oh, it's an amazing Ghastly. HP the strongest, excellent stats. I keep my amazing ones, and I just put, am at the end, so I know that it's amazing. This one doesn't seem like it's gonna be that great, so nope, not great. And so this one gets transferred. Obviously, the event started, so I got 2 candies for that, so that's cool. So it should be going out and catching a lot of stuff right now. This is the time. So this one is decent as well. Gas lead. Okay. Bulbasaur. Let's see. Not great. This one's getting transferred. So yeah, this is pretty much what I do. Go through, appraise all the ones I caught. If they're decent level, then I keep them. If they're not, transfer them. If they're amazing, I keep them, even if they're low level, because I want to get like, basically I have armies of Pokemon for different types. That's kind of how I go about this. This one is not great, so getting transferred. 10 CP Ghastly. Transfer. So this is a high level one, but it's strong. Attack is the strongest. Blown away by the stats, okay? Gasless. So, caught a bunch of them tonight. Bellsprout. Not great. You are getting transferred, buddy. Pidgey. I catch everything I come in contact with. So, yeah. So I'm going through my Pokédex. We have a lot of Oddish. that are pretty high level already, so I'm not keeping that one. Jigglypuff. I have an evolved Jigglypuff with the best moveset, so I've been working on getting candy for that one. Don't really care about Cubone that much, so yeah. Magikarp. I have a perfect IV Magikarp, and there are like no Magikarp that spawn in my area. So I was walking with it. I walked with it for like, I don't know, 250 kilometers or something like that. And then I took a pause. I was like, I'm tired. And I forgot what that one just said. And this one is decent. So, yeah. I wonder how long this thing is going to record for. And how much storage I have on my phone and when it's going to shut off and stuff. Those are all questions that I got. This is my first time recording anything on my screen, on my phone, so we'll see how it goes. And this one is strong, gigantic. This one's the highest level, highest CP that I got at, but I have one that's 2,500 candy level up, and it's 150, so perfect IV Magikarp. Interesting to evolve that when the time comes. Not great. Yep, this is what I spend my time doing sometimes. Decent, but not very high, so we're getting transferred. Sometimes I might mumble. Just use this to wind down for the night. 24 CP Pidgey that is not great gets transferred. How many Pidgey candies do I have anyway? I have enough to like evolve a Gengar just from like tonight already, so by the time this thing is over, I should have a bunch of Gengars. Which is crazy because before tonight I didn't have one. This is strong. I think I have like a bunch of these that are like perfect, but I'm gonna just yes. Great. So, yeah. What was that? Decent? Yep. This one's pretty low, so it gets transferred. 2 candy. Transfer. I have 239 Pidgey candies right now. So strong. Keep it. Pidgeys. Pigeons and rats. Pigeons and rats. So, is there any other reason to use a lucky egg besides getting the double experience? Because, I mean, I feel like if you're going to use it, you might as well maximize what you're using it for. So, I do Pidgey runs and Rattata runs like, you know, when I get like 500 Pidgey or Rattatas. That's pretty much how I go about doing those, because I figure I don't really use lucky eggs otherwise. And the level that you are does affect the level Pokemon that you catch. I'm not not focusing. What the heck was this thing? Great. So it affects what level Pokemon you catch. And there was something mentioned about like the highest level Pokemon that you catch is going to be like level 30 or something like that. So I wonder if that's true because there were a few things that were mentioned, in some of the videos that I've watched that talked about, things that were maybe not so accurate. So one of the things was that, once you hit level 30, you're not going to catch Pokemon that are higher than level 30. So I wonder if that's true. But I'm not level 30 yet. But you can still level up your Pokemon past level 30. And so your Pokemon still get stronger. So, I've kind of slowed down my leveling, but still, like, you need so much experience once you get to those higher levels, like, above 25 or whatever, that you get a lot of Stardust and you get a lot of candy. So you're just, yeah. So I try to not, linger, I guess, too long at one particular level, but I'm not like in any haste either to upgrade my level. So just kind of playing the game, enjoying it, going out, collecting gems or like battling gyms. Being wise with my resources. So I'll talk more about that, and as time goes on, you'll see what I do. So yeah, not great. So this is the first thing I do because, what is it? I have 466 of 600 in my bag right now, and ideally, like, I'm trying to keep the number of Pokemon I have. I said under 400, but maybe it's going to be like under 500. If I have like, I'm going to eventually upgrade my storage to 1,000 to my bag, and maybe keep 500 that I'm going to keep regularly, and then 500 like as a buffer. I don't know. So that's what I'm thinking. But I want to give myself a cap on the amount of Pokemon that I keep, because right now, like, I keep a whole lot. So yeah. Not gonna, just talk about everything all at once, but there are some pretty interesting things that I've come across, like Pidgeys and Raticates. Those things can get pretty strong. Like the Pidgey with the wing attack and Hurricane as the moveset, those things destroy like all plant types. All types. It's crazy. And the Raticate, I save. So I do the Pidgey spam and the Rat spam, and I keep all the Raticates with Bite and Hyper Beam. So I have Raticates with Bite and Hyper Beam from like 1,000 all the way down to like, I think I have a 19 CP Raticate with Bite and Hyper Beam. So yeah, I keep those, and I figure, sometimes I'm going into a fairly low level gym, and I want to level it up, so I'm not using anything high level, and I don't like, maybe I don't have like the depth at the low levels to properly level up the gym. I just store my Raticates. Like I put in like 6 Raticates, Bite Hyper Beam, and just blow through that thing and like get like a ton of experience for it. So I feel like the Raticates and the Pidgeys, give me a lot of flexibility with what I want to do. So yeah, you'll see. And I also, something I do is I actually don't revive. I don't spend all my Stardust, number one. all at one time. I actually use it like in multiple ways. So this is a part of the metagame that I've been talking about. Um, you'll see in a little bit what I do with them. So you probably know already. You can use when you level up a Pokemon that has fainted, it gets sometimes +1 hit points back alive. So you don't have to waste a revive or use a revive, I would say, on that. And so I got to a point at one point where I was pretty much out of revives. Like I didn't have much or any of them actually. Um, so I had to, start getting creative if I wanted to continue like being effective, and they just weren't dropping. I would go to the Pokestops, but they just weren't dropping from the Pokestops either. So I have a bunch of Venonats as well that are pretty high level. So they would need to be amazing, and I have like a bunch of them that are like amazing too that I haven't leveled up yet. I have a bunch of candy and Venonats, so not great. Not great, but it's a high level Pidgey. So sometimes if it's not great and it's high level, I still keep it. So there's that. Got a Zubat. What are you? Amazing Zubat. I think I have a bunch of like amazing Zubats. Zubatam. Zubatam. The names come out interesting when like I add those like things at the end. So I don't know. I find them interesting. All right. May not be great. 255. I think you're getting transferred, buddy. Mr. Ratata. Getting the spinning ball of doom. What are we waiting for? Yes. Yes. Let's see how long this thing stays here. Are you getting hypnotized by it? I might be getting hypnotized by it. Network error. Did not transfer. Let's try that again. Okay, bye-bye. Mr. Ratata. Appraise. Not great. 372. Right, transfer you, buddy. So, yeah. My Eradicate army pretty much controls everything below 1,000. So I have a bunch of those. And I keep like the amazing ones and the strong ones most of the time. And my Pidgeys are between 1,000 and 1,500. And then my, stronger Pokemon, I guess EVs run the top. EVs, Executors, rest of that stuff run the from 1,500 on. So, yeah. Transfer. How many more of these do I have to go? Amazing Rattata. That's kind of small. Rattatam. There you are. So I save those, evolve them. If they have Bite Hyper Beam, then sweet. And they'll be pretty strong for their level. Not great, Caterpie. Not great. Bye-bye, Caterpie. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay. Yeah. Playing Pokemon in rural areas. Go to places that have Pokemon, catch them, come home, and yeah, I don't transfer them while I'm out. Transferring them while I'm home gives me something to do with the game while I'm home. So, yeah. Strong Pidgey. So yeah, it takes some time, but it's all good. It's all good. Gets me organized for later. Not great, Mr. Zubat. Always tapping the finger with three, tapping the screen with three fingers once I see the first message, because that's, oh no, that's pretty much what I'm looking for. Praise. It's decent. Spiro. Don't really use Spiro for much at all. So I think I have like a pretty high level Spiro already, and I'm like, yeah, I don't see a use for it. So it's there. This is a strong Rattatas. Rattatas. Okay. Weedle. Decent Weedle. Getting transferred. I have a bunch of like amazing Kakuna or whatever. So, maybe something of those. Pidgey's decent. Transfer. I wonder. Amazing. Did I hatch this one? I don't think I did. Nope. Rather. So I think normally people wouldn't even like take the time to like check the IVs on these, lower level Pokemon, but like I said, I have a plan for them. They will work into my master scheme. So, yeah. I think that is all of them. So if you look at the rest of them, they have those headings ready. I'm up to 449. Now I would go organize it by number, and I could look through and see if there are any, fairly low level ones that I want to transfer. So eventually I'll go through and do that. Right now, if you look at, see what's on the sightings. If you look at my items, I have 70 revives, and I have a ton of dead Pokemon because I was out like battling gyms today. And because I have like so many Pokemon, like I pretty much I don't revive after the battle. Like I don't have one group. I just pretty much like go in, battle, let that group like stay dead for a while, come back out, get another group, go in, battle, and come back out. And so what I do is then I'll go into my Pokemon, I guess, storage area, and I will take a look at the ones that are dead. So let's say this one is dead. It has Confusion Signal Beam. This one has Confusion Signal Beam. I named them Amgrass because I'm kind of new to the whole Pokemon thing, so I didn't know what they would be strong against. So basically, Amgrass means that it's a main and it'll be strong against grass types. As far as like that's what the bug thing is for. So bug flying. So this one is the bug type. It would get stab from the bug attack. Butterfree is kind of weak, and like normally the plants are poison as well. So this is not gonna take a whole lot of damage from poison. But I tried the Butterfree out today, and I was not impressed. Pidgey is like way more effective, way more effective against the plant types. So I don't know that I want to spend any Stardust leveling up a Butterfree. So I'm just gonna leave it dead for now. That's what I do until I have like excess like revives or whatever. Then I can go ahead and revive them, and sometimes that happens now. But this um, Drill or whatever as well. Um, Poison Jab and Sludge Bombs. Got two poison type moves. So it's going to be good against I don't know, grass types as well. But don't put this thing up against an executor because executor is strong against uh, the poison type. And so this thing will get wrecked. Didn't do very well either. What was I going up against? I think I was going up against a Vileplume with this. And it did alright, but wasn't very impressed either. Pidgey is the bomb. Did I say that? Like when it comes to like playing against um, plants types. But this one is decent. You know, it's amazing. Um, Sometimes I want to find out like its exact IVs. Attack is just excellent stats. Do I level this up? I'm gonna let it stay for now. It's not a priority. So a bunch of Pidgeys that were caught today, a bunch of them that were kept. Kind of see what they're looking like. A bunch of low level, no good Pidgeys. So I could transfer those more than likely. Go to kind of like see, you know, how many Pidgeys I have, how many Pidgeys I'm trending toward. I think these no good Pidgeys can go. So this is where I kind of make the final call whether they stay or go. Because I might not be, you know, clear on what I have in my bag already. So transfer. All right. So you can see a bunch of have a Pidgeotos, and then I have a bunch of Pidgeots as well. So these are the Pidgeots that I'm talking about. Like when I say Amgrass, it's amazing. So this one has 82 IVs, 82% IVs, and I actually leveled it up earlier. So you can see that it has 1 hit point, and that's all it needs. It's not dead anymore. This one is just a grass type. So it has the move set, but it doesn't have the IVs. So I'm not going to level that up anymore. These two, the 87s, have the move set and the IVs. So I'm going to level these up actually. And so I'm probably going to be working on 2 Pidgeys at once here. So you'll see this guy get leveled up, plus 1 hit point, and it's no longer dead. And the same thing goes for this one. I'm going to work on one of them at a time. Could spend a lot like on Pidgeys. This one, this Pidgey has perfect IVs. So let's appraise it. It's simply amazing. HP is the strongest. Just as impressed with the attack, just as impressed with the effect, and blown away by the stats. Perfect IV Pidgey. So the move set is not great. Wing attack, aerial ace, they're 2 flying type moves. When I write Pank, the P stands for perfect, and the Ank, like I put these in as tanks sometimes. So I am going to level this one up because it's going to be the strongest Pidgey tank that I have, and might catch some people off guard. So yeah, I'm going to work on leveling up that one also. Saving these 2 for now. Yeah, just don't think I'm going to be... do I want to? I'll go through and see what I have dead. I'm going to level up first. Okay, so this guy is my strongest Raticate, 1132 Raticate. It's got Beam, Bite, Hyper Beam, and Bite, and I've leveled it up a few times already, but it's only strong. So I am not going to continue working on it right now because like it destroys so much already. I have some quick beam, like I'm probably going to transfer those. I have a beam by lower level dude that I'm working on evolving because he has amazing IVs. So let's see. HP is the strongest, just as impressed with the attack. It's got excellent stats. So This is the one that I'm gonna work on evolving. So I'm probably gonna only work on like one um, member of like a species at this point. Um, and if I need to leave some of them dead, then I'll do that. Like, that's fine. Sometimes I might just, revive them, but not necessarily heal them up if I don't have the healing potions. And when I get those healing potions, like the low level ones, I just need to get rid of some of them instead of like, dumping them. I just kind of use them up. This has been my buddy for a while now. Um, so I didn't know what to put for the name. So I just put that as, it's pretty cool against fighting types because it has like a lot of hit points. And I wanted to level it up. I have 28 Jigglypuff candies right now. So this guy is getting leveled up, powered up. Gets +2. Oh yeah. The beast. Wigglytuff. You can see what kind of Oddish I have. 820 Oddishes, 780 Oddishes. Those are decent. I have some amazing Oddish that are like 640 something. A bunch of Vileplumes. Put dragons here because this one has the fairy move. That's, strong against dragons, but whatever. I don't think I've used it against the dragon yet, but again, it's just a prompt to me, like while I'm picking them from my inventory to know, okay, well, you can try this one against the dragon if you're looking for something to like field. So that's kind of how I go about, naming them. Sometimes I'll name them with a move set, so I know, what I'm going to be putting them up against. I have a Bellsprout here with a nice moveset, so Acid Solar Beam. That's alright. I am going to power this guy up. So, just power it up one time. I just want to, keep them alive, and I'm not like spending crazy amounts of like Stardust. So, I still have Stardust if I need to. This guy has Ember Fire Blast, but it's only strong. Wasn't very impressed by this Rapidash, so I'm gonna just leave him dead at the moment. Got a bunch of these Ghastlies now, and then this Haunter, and the Gengar. Just caught that tonight, so that's a new addition. That was a new addition for me. Um, Evolve this Electro something other. Have a bunch of fairly strong executes, but they're like no good and they're like IVs. So whatever, I keep them. They still become pretty strong executors when ready. I have a bunch of executors as well already evolved. They're controlling gyms right now. You can see a bunch of them holding it down. Ooh, yeah. This one I use against dragon types, and I see dragon types a decent amount. So I'm gonna try and power this one up, but one at a time, one at a time. Yeah, Mr. Cedra, I think you're called. So learning these guys' names. Uh, this Jinx, I've hatched so many Jinx. All these Jinx I've hatched, haven't caught one, but it has 2 Frost type moves, and I'm working on powering it up. So I have a bunch of Jinx. And so now I have a Jinx over 1k. It's getting there, slowly but surely. Electabuzz, whatever. Don't really use it that much. And when I did it didn't do that great either, so I was like, whatever. Obviously, I used my Vaporeons a decent amount. Gonna let those stay dead. I'm not leveling those up at the moment. Didn't use any high level Vaporeons today, really. Use a lot of. So these electric type Sparky Vaporeons destroy water types, okay? So like I know that there was a video early on at one point that I see that talked about how like it just didn't work for the electric type moveset, but I don't know, my electric types destroy water types, all of them. Lapras, Gyarados, Vaporeon, um, just Slowbro, any water type you bring gets wrecked by my electric type. And this one, like they just gave me a bunch of like electric types. So this one was an amazing EV that turned into a Jolteon, and let's see, it's simply amazing. Attack strongest, just as impressive defense, blown away by the stats. So yeah, this Jolteon like wrecks people. Have a fairly strong fire type as well, Flareon, and then I have these guys, Snorlax, that's dead, Snorlax that's in a gym. Right now, I think I'm holding down 7 gems. 7 gems as we speak. It'll drop by tomorrow morning, but that's one of the cool things about playing in rural areas. Like, you actually get to capture and hold on to gems. Like, some of these gems I've held for like probably a week now. I just find a high level gem, level it up, throw a monster in there. Yeah. So since there aren't as many people there, I guess the competition isn't as stiff to like, get Pokemon in the gym, and so that's one of the cool things about getting Pokemon in the gym. I did spend money on the game when I first got it because I figured, if I go out, I'll spend a bunch of money anyway, and this gets me out. But I'm not spending money once I'm playing the game really, so it actually saves money for me to be more interested in this game. Um, so right now I have 2,300. A few days ago it was down to less than 2,000. So I've been collecting, coins on a regular basis, and I'm buying things to hatch, whatever, right now. So over the next few days, I'm probably going to be hatching a bunch of eggs, but I'll definitely be getting out a lot. Um, so there's that. So I'll revive some of those. Now I am going to power them up, the ones that need some help. So these Pidgeys, they have pretty decent hit points. So I'm gonna revive those guys because I use those a lot. Okay. This one has a lot of hit points. This one is gonna get a decent amount of hit points. And what else? Okay. I'm gonna use some of these guys. Beam Bite is what that stands for. Beam Evolve. Get that guy since he's just there. This one. I do see dragons and plants, decent amount, so level these two up. And this is how I spend the resources that I have, pretty much. So there's that. Now I am gonna revive a bunch of these because I have 70 of these things. So yeah, revive the grass types. I use those all the time. Revive Eradicates with Beam Bite, Quick Beam. Those probably gonna get transferred. Beam Bite, revive, Beam Bite, revive. It's just nice to have EVs because they're tanky. So when I'm like going up against something like Snorlax, just because they have so much hit points, I just I'll throw an EV in there. And I am going to Thunderbolt. Yeah, I'm gonna revive my Sparkies because I'm going up against water types a lot. Because water types hold down gyms. Slowbros, Gyarados, Vaporeons. So now those are revived. And I'm just gonna get these to be rolled up, use up some of these max potions. Yeah. I'm gonna leave some of these Sparkies for later because they don't have a lot of hit points. And I'm gonna do the same thing with some of these like beam bite guys. Maybe I'll get the rats up. The thunder ones I can do without for a while. What else did I have in there here? No, I'm not gonna use that one. With the grass, my victory bell has poison. It's not very good against grass actually. I need to change its name. So yeah, that's that for now. And pretty much cleaned up house for the night. Can see if I organize this thing by CP, what I'm looking at. I need to change my buddy to a Lapras actually. I'm gonna do that. Should I do that now? I have like a little bit left to go. What? It was reduced. 2K, 0.2 of 0.25K. What? It had its distance. That's what they did. They did. So they're giving you 4 times more candy, but it's because the distance got reduced. So I am switching out right now to Mr. Lapras. Yeah, because I hashed out Lapras and I haven't seen any here. And obviously Lapras gets pretty strong. And I feel like the one I have has pretty decent IVs. So, yeah. So what's that going to be, 1.25? Yeah, buddy. Yep. All right. Yeah, man. All right. Let's see what the IVs are on this Lapras. Freeze. Yeah. Okay. So it has Frost Breath and Dragon Pulse. This is not necessarily the greatest moveset, but when you're going up against dragons, my Lapras eats dragons for dinner if I really want to take them down. So, yeah. So that's it for tonight. Yeah, that's it for now. Just a little meta game at home. So, thanks for watching boring Pokemon gameplay. Later.